With one game left, Chad Welker with the Zips Digital Network. We're here with head coach John Gross. And, Coach, first of all, just want to briefly recap the last two games, Ohio and Bowling Green. I know you don't want to really hash too much on the Ohio game too much. We kind of got over that yesterday with a win over Bowling Green, but just final thoughts on those two matchups.
I thought total 180. Obviously, with the two games, Chad, you've got the first game, obviously, with Ohio, where I thought that and Ohio played terrific. I don't want to take anything away from them. They played great. Usually when you get a score, that type of differential, the other team plays great, and you simultaneously are at your worst. I just didn't feel like we played very well. I thought we violated, a lot of our standards. I didn't think we were very tough. I thought our effort was subpar, attitudes, body language subpar, coachability subpar. Getting outside of ourselves and finding a way to help someone else play better, subpar, and we got what we deserved. And then, obviously, the beauty of basketball and life is 48 to 72 hours later, you get a chance to respond to that, see what you've learned from it. And I thought our guys really responded. I thought the staff did a great job of preparing the team. And our mindset was much better. And I thought from the standpoint of our standards of toughness, effort, attitude, coachability, and willingness to help someone else other than ourselves, I thought we were, on point. Good lesson for our guys because it's not a guarantee it's going to be either way. That's a choice we make. Greatest gift God gave us is the gift to choose. And we chose to be more businesslike and professional and do the things that we should be doing in one game. And the other game, we made the very foolish choice to not do that and paid the piper. And unfortunately, in the one where we did against Bowling Green, the basketball gods rewarded us. So it doesn't always work out that way. A lot of times it does. But great learning opportunity for our players here, down the stretch. I know my friend Brad Stevens uses the quote a lot, the pain is a part of the process. And, certainly Saturday was painful, but, I do think it was probably something that we needed long-term, not only this year, but also for future reference as we build our program.
You talk about the future, and Lauren Christian Jackson went off yesterday, 31 points. Tyler Cheese also in the 20-point totals. He's been one of your most consistent players over the past month. But then you also have senior Jamon Ivey, who wrapped his career with a dunk and a three-pointer, and then you decided to take him out to give him his awarding standing ovation. Just talk about those three guys yesterday against Bowling Green.
Well, really, and add Dan to that too, because Dan was terrific and really a rock for us during the game. I thought he was really good at both ends of the floor. Dan's really taken a lot of pride in becoming a very good defender, and trust him a great deal at that end. So, and then obviously he made 4 out of 9 threes as well. He had 3 guys with 20-plus points, 4 guys in double figures. Thought we made some plays, 18 assists on the 37 field goals, ball movement, player movement. And our guards, like you're alluding to with Cheese and Ivy and Jackson, really did the job, taking care of the ball, sharing the ball, high assist numbers, making plays in pick and rolls, making plays in transition. They were very aggressive, and that was great to see some of those shots go through the basket finally for those guys because they've worked hard and knew it was only a matter of time, and hopefully it bodes well for us here as we finish our run here in March.
And then you talk about the defensive effort of Danny Utomi, but Emmanuel Olajupoki had 6 blocks. You got to like the big man stepping up and playing defensive at the rim.
Yeah, he played with some motor. His motor was running against Bowling Green, just terrific. Now, against Saturday, it was choked out. I don't know what the problem was with the motor, but it wasn't running very well on Saturday. But it ran real well Tuesday, and we're a different team. And yesterday we needed it. Against Bowling Green, Chad, as you know, because the anchor and the cornerstone of our defense is Riak, and he was only able to play 14 minutes due to foul trouble. So all the plays that Manny made defensively, the 6 blocks, the deflections, had 2 field goals. One of them was an emphatic dunk. His finishing, was huge for us, and it was really neat to see him step up when we needed him.
You also said 48 hours, 72 hours, you got to go to the next one. Well, the next one is rival Kent State. You play them Friday, 6:30 p.m. You defeated them here early in February, but they're a different team at the Mac Center.
They are, and they're a different team even than when we played them 7, 8 games ago. Avery was out with an ankle sprain, and he's come back. And I got a lot of respect for him. I love the way he plays. I think he plays to win. He really smart, tough kid. And but through that, sometimes what happens is other guys get to develop and maybe get better in different ways. I thought that Boo Man has done that. Antonio Williams, I thought he's done that for sure. And then I think the development of Roberts off the bench has given them a little more firepower offensively, as if they needed it. They're really good offensively. Rob's done a good job putting his players in position to be successful, make plays offensively. So I think they've added some dimensions to their team offensively there when Avery was out. And obviously coming off a big win at Miami last night. While we beat Bowling Green here at home, so they're playing well, and it's a rivalry game, and it'll be physical, and there'll be a lot of emotion in the game, and a lot of that once the dust settles comes down to execution and shot making and things that all of us coaches like to act like. The execution we certainly can control to an extent, but I think all of us like to act like we can control shot making at times when we really can't. But you can help control the quality of the shot. But it'll come down to that. I expect it to be very fierce, hard fought. We've got to make sure we're ready to go. Both teams playing for a lot here in March, and I want our guys to have fun with it and to compete and enjoy the opportunity to play in the rivalry and embrace the challenge.
Coach, appreciate the time as always. And fans, again, that game against Kent State is at 6:30 on Friday. That game can be seen on CBS Sports Network. Good news also from the University of Akron and Mid-American Conference is the Zips will be hosting a first-round game of the Mid-American Conference tournament next Monday. That game will be at 7 p.m. For the Zips Digital Network, Chad Welker, have a great week. Let's beat Kent. Go Zips.